Welcome back to the YouTube channel.
On problems, I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. Hope you're all safe and well, and this YouTube video is going to be about how to improve your bike power. So starting into how you can improve it is, there's 5 ways that you can improve your bike power through my experiences anyway, through my old coach who was a really good influence on how to improve your bike, and in the space of probably 3 years I improved my bike massively. So I'll go through the 5 steps right now. So the first step is riding a bigger gear for higher output. So obviously riding in a bigger gear means overgearing, so you're usually looking at around 50 to 55 RPM, which technically, I mean, you can apply this tip by sending progressively longer time in a bigger gear during a typical ride. For example, if you normally ride up a local 3-mile hill in a gear combination of, I don't know, well, as I said before, 50 to 55 RPM, and then obviously with the recovery, whatever, you can ride down the hill, or you can even do it on the turbo, which is very harmful on Zwift. And then obviously you start off with probably doing that, I don't know, doing a session 20 times 1 minute at 55 RPM, and then you through the weeks you can increase the bike hours, probably like do that for 2 hours, doing probably 30 times 1 minute as the main set at 50 to 50 RPM. And it really helps me, to be honest. When I was younger, I wasn't a really good cyclist, and then a few years later with my coach Bella Bayliss, I was doing a lot of overgear work, and it seemed to help me out a lot with it. So yeah, it's pretty good. Second way is ride uphill to increase muscular endurance. Riding uphill is a great way to increase muscular endurance, which is the ability to pedal a relatively large gear at a moderate cadence for an extended period. It's effective because cyclists tend to reduce cadence and increase average effective pedal force when riding up the hill. So if you didn't understand that, for example, riding up the hill, maybe if you're in Lanzarote, for example, there's a lot of hills in Lanzarote. One example could be Mirador del Rio. It's the last climb on the Lanzarote Ironman, and you'll be very tired. So I've done that hill a few times, and I feel like it. If you ride up there doing hill reps, it can increase not only your bike power but also muscular endurance, and staying at that wattage for a long time is very beneficial because then it'll come later into races. But yeah, I mean, that's what I usually do anyway. So it's pretty good. Obviously, even doing sprints sometimes on the turbo up a hill, doing 60 to 90 seconds can really benefit your cycle power, and also maybe doing it riding up a hill, which obviously gives you more wattage or more bike power, which is pretty good. And then also in Lanzarote, you've got a lot of headwinds, as you all might know, and it is actually quite beneficial to ride into headwinds, because then it can improve your bike power as well. Like if you live in a flat land, maybe like the UK sometimes, or England more specifically, riding up a hill is not going to work for you. Fortunately, riding into the wind can be just as effective. As with riding a bigger gear and riding uphill, it's a great way to improve muscular endurance. Of course, you can't plan headwind ride in advance, obviously, Mother Nature, but you can take advantage of a windy day by riding a rectangular circuit about 2 miles in length. This will obviously provide you with consistent periods of headwinds, tailwinds and crosswinds, so it's a good combination of all three. With the headwind, it makes you push harder to average that good average speed, the tailwind for the recovery, and the headwind, well, I guess it could be a good technical way of staying on the bike. Obviously, the headwinds in Lanzarote are really powerful. But yeah, and then the fourth one would be turbo training, because obviously you won't get a rest from pedaling on a turbo. If you do, then it'll just stop completely. But what I found beneficial on the turbo is that you can see your bike wattage on the screen. If you don't have a smart turbo, then obviously go on a normal turbo, but you can still get a beneficial session, obviously with what I said before, over gear, and then obviously with a recovery doing an easy spin, but obviously you won't get a rest. But ideally I use Zwift, which is very beneficial for me. I can see my power, my cadence, my heart rate, the kilometers I do, the kilometers per hour, the average power I do after the ride, and also with the sets I've done, for example doing 20 times 1 minute at 60 RPM. Another set would be 5 times 7 minutes as an endurance kind of set at 75 RPM, but obviously holding a good wattage of probably 280, 290 watts, which for me is 5 watts per kilo, so it's pretty good base to stay in that power for a long period of time. And then for short, fast and explosive kind of sets, I would do 5 by 15 second sprints with 4 minutes and 45 seconds recovery, which technically gets your legs ready for a fast and explosive race out of the corners, which is pretty good. But yeah, all in all, to improve your bike power, really all you need is riding a bigger gear of overgearing, riding up a hill, riding on your turbo, and riding into headwinds. And obviously you've got other parts of the story, how to improve your bike power, obviously going to the gym as well.
Yo, what you doing, man? What you doing, man? What I doing?
Well, could be beneficial, and obviously avoid injuries. But yeah, if you're a cyclist, just a pure cyclist, and you want to improve your bike power, then I guess these are the 4 ways to improve them, in my opinion. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.